Thank you for your time today. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you. And my name is Annette Kloeppel, and I am a school psychologist hired in the fall of 2014, so I'm new still. I believe I was hired based on my previous work experience, working deeply within the comprehensive and integrated services model that the National Association of School Psychs endorses. I have seen the amount of effort and work it takes to develop a well-coordinated, comprehensive, and culturally competent service models in school settings. It takes all players involved, from the district level administrators to the building administrators to the teachers, specialists, and support personnel. Without complete buy-in, efforts to fully include and support all children will fail. Previously, I worked as a dual-role school psychologist counselor. I was assigned one building to manage both the counseling piece and the school psychologist job. And in that model, I worked closely with my principal and team to develop Tier 1 research-based supports to target social emotional growth in all students. We kept monthly data looking at both emotional and behavioral skills, as well as trained teachers to use data in teams to guide their daily teaching targets. The district provided us with both an RTI coordinator and a PBIS coach. Both positions were dedicated to the building at a 0.5 FTE. We developed a school-wide schedule, building in dedicated academic intervention time. And at the end of a 4-year period, my special education caseload dropped significantly. My initial evaluations were at 7 per year. Students were no longer being referred for academic or emotional evaluations because needs were being addressed in the classroom and/or with building-wide level 2 and 3 interventions. And as a counselor, I was able to deliver weekly guidance lessons to the entire school. I knew every student by name, making meetings with parents and teachers more meaningful. We also focused on effective mental health services at the school setting. The district opened a community center at the school and employed a full-time coordinator and a part-time mental health specialist to break down barriers to their learning. We had weekly meetings discussing ways to support our students by assisting their families. We partnered with the local ESD to provide early intervention services and preschool experiences. We met monthly with the juvenile justice system to focus on special challenges to our population. We also used our behavioral and emotional data to create Tier 2 mental health groups and services, utilizing myself and the therapists. The coordinator was able to make business partnerships, providing lunch buddies for students, as well as financial support and donations. The community and school personnel were working with the same families, so it was important to bridge communication and build shared plans together, rather than continue the fragmented approach. I was able to deliver more services to children and families. If I was not teaching guidance lessons, I was running social skills group, leadership teams, meeting with individuals, providing sensory breaks, conducting functional behavioral assessments, observing students, connecting families to services, running school-wide universal wellness activities such as Screen-Free Week, conducting universal screening measures, identifying students who were not responding to Tier 3 interventions, and working closely with all specialists involved in supporting our school. It sounds bright and shiny, but I realize it was a lot of work and sometimes it was messy. But the one constant was full and unconditional support from the district and principals. We had barriers such as time and money, but those are constant. Other barriers such as adequate staff, OTs, speech and language pathologists, counselors, psychologists, educational assistants, RTI coordinators, PBIS coaches, behavioral specialists, paid trainings, materials needed such as curriculum and sensory diet needs, proper space and transparent communication were provided and never needed to become barriers. In the struggle to balance tight school budgets, the decision was made to value resources for students and learning supports. I am pleased and excited that PPS is moving towards the NAS comprehensive service delivery model. And at this time, we need to start providing Tier 1 supports in all buildings. We also need to start building capacity of all players to make data-based decisions for both academics and behavior. We need to start creating meaningful and relevant Tier 2 services for all students. We also need to address the high-intensity Tier 3 supports that our most fragile or disengaged or severe students require. I have seen the comprehensive model work, and I have seen it benefit a community. The reality is that schools are confronted daily with multiple interrelated problems that require multiple interrelated solutions. Interrelated solutions require various forms of collaboration and the weaving together of resources. Schools are an important protective factor for all kids, and for some, it is their only protective factor. We can no longer marginalize student and learning supports in school improvement practices. We can start at the systems level with promoting school-wide practices to promote learning, providing preventative services, and collaborating with families and communities. We can also start at the student level by developing interventions and instructional supports to develop academic and social skills, and by providing mental health services to students and families. Thank you for your time.